Welcome to the Arclight Battery, your power source for all things Warcraft Rumble related. In today's video, we're going to be looking at this new Molten Core trailer that just dropped, and we're also going to be talking about Valor points and why you probably shouldn't spend them right away. So, before we get into the Valor points topic, let's look at this Molten Core. This is actually really cool. We finally get a preview at maps and minis and gameplay that we have not seen before, so let's just go ahead and get into it.
Victory is earned through challenges. Test your might in heroic missions.
Okay.
Like surges.
We have all these.
But the ultimate Rumble trial awaits.
Ooh. Okay. This is cool. So you can see here that this fire hammer starts here and comes around. I'm assuming he'll spawn adds on either side. Fire hammer will come up around Ragnaros and go to the left. Something will spawn over here, go to the right. That's probably where he summons things from. We've got a Maiev at the back, which is pretty cool. Let's keep looking a little further. Oh, actually, real quick. We can see he has 3 phases just like Onyxia, so that's going to be really fun. Ooh, Lucifer, Magmadar, 7 bosses, each tougher. Okay.
Face 7 bosses, each tougher than the last, to recruit Ragnaros as your ally.
Still such a bad idea. Why is Ragnaros locked behind a level 29 co-op encounter? Ugh. Ooh, cool.
Assemble your best for a test of skill.
Okay. So, real quick, we'll rewind it. It looks like all of these bosses have 3 phases. Isn't that cool? I'm actually so excited for this.
Assemble your best.
This is cool. There are links between the mini-boss and the unit that you're getting mind-controlled. And so, this ring is probably the range at which these mini-bosses mind control, which means you're going to have to let this mini-boss mind control something to even take this tower, if it gets captured. That's kind of wild, actually. So you definitely don't want to lose that. But, I mean, the best way to do that is just put eggs back here. He'll just mind control an egg and it'll sit there. Perfect. Great.
For a test of skill,
that's actually so cool. Ooh, yep. I was right. I was right. This is Major Domo Executus, I believe, and this is in the Ragnaros encounter. So he is there, and that's probably how you transition to Phase 2 is by killing him. Or maybe you kill him, Phase 2 happens, and Fire Elementals spawn, and then you kill all the Fire Elementals, and Phase 3 happens, where Ragnaros pops up. But we'll have to wait and see.
Are you ready to raid?
I am ready to raid. Oh, cool. Ooh. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Let's see what kind of information we can gather. It looks like... Okay. Didn't rewind it far enough. Okay. So that big AoE... I wonder if it kills everything, because he hasn't phase transitioned yet. But he is up during Phase 1, which is kind of cool. So it looks like you have to kill Major Domo and fight Ragnaros in Phase 1. Phase 1, rather. Very cool. Looks like he submerges at Phase 2, which means we'll probably find Fire Elementals there, I would imagine. That'll be pretty fun. Just like World of Warcraft. Oh, yeah, you can see it at the end there. Back it up. Fire Elemental spawns. Cool. Okay, so I was right. That's pretty fun. And I don't know if they're spawning here. It looks like they are spawning here as well. Okay, that's awesome. I'm so excited for this. This is very, very cool. I don't think there's anything left here other than download now. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the Valor conversation. Valor points. Where do you get them and what do they do? Well, they come from sieges. They come from raids. And you spend 200 of them to make a gold slot, a diamond slot. What this means is that instead of the 3 levels you get from this gold slot, you'll get an additional 1. So you'll get 4 levels. So, that means if you have a naturally level 30 unit, it's gold slotted, legendary upgrade, capped XP, you can use a diamond slot to push it to 31, and that'll give you a level 11 unit in PvP. So, there's 2 things you can do with your Valor points, and I recommend that you probably hold on to them at least for the first week before we get raids. You can use these if you are a PvP player to push something up a level, either getting that to level 10, maybe level 9, maybe level 11, depending on what type of player you are. Or, and something that I will probably do, is I'm going to save them for raids. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I think that I'll probably be able to clear everything except for Ragnaros pretty easily. Maybe not. We'll see what actually happens when we get there. But I want to be able to get to Ragnaros with the ability to have a couple upgrades on whatever my team is that I'm using to beat Ragnaros, right? Because if I get there, I don't have Valor points to spend, and I don't have more upgrades I can do, then I'm just kind of stuck with what I have. And if I end up, like, struggling against it, there's nothing I can do. But if I've saved my Valor's points, and say I'm playing this Tyrion deck, or not Tyrion, this Dracasath deck against Ragnaros, and we're getting really close, but not quite, maybe I'm like, hey, my Dracasath could be an extra level higher, so could my Execute, and so could my Shaman. I saved my Valor points from Sieges, I've gotten Valor points from the raid bosses, I have enough Valor points to upgrade a couple of these to diamond slots, and that'll help me out tremendously. So make sure you're not just spending them willy-nilly, because they are specifically to a leader slot, or not a leader slot, tied to a leader. So if I spend my Valor on diamond slots in Dracasath, I won't have that Valor to put it anywhere else. So if you're looking for buffs to PvE, so if you want help in raids, make sure that you save them so that you can use them when you get to whatever boss fight, whether it's the first wing or the last wing, that you get stuck on. But if you are playing PvP and you're using your Valor for PvP, make sure that you are spending your Valor on a leader that you play frequently, because you can't switch where you spent your Valor at. Okay? If I put all my diamond slots here, I can't just take them off and switch them over to Tyrion. So you need to make sure that you're playing or applying them to leaders that you normally play. My recommendations are Emperor Thorson. He seems to be strong in pretty much any meta, or at least decent. I would maybe hold off on Baron just because he just got a nerf and he seems fine, but we'll see where he actually lands. Rend is probably a really good one. Rend is generally somewhere in the middle of the pack or good in PvP. He's also very strong in PvE. Murk-Eye could be another solid one, and probably Jaina as well, just because they always seem to be good picks into the meta. So, that's what I would do with my Valor slots. And once again, just save them. You don't have to spend them right away. Like, what, you're going to spend your 200 Valor slots, or points you get from the Sieges before raids come out, just so you can get a boost in PvP? Even if you're level 10, and you're fully maxed out, and that diamond slot will give you level 11, just save it for a week. You might get to PvE and realize that you need those levels somewhere specifically for Ragnaros, and the level 11 units aren't actually worth it for you in PvP at the moment. Or you get there and you don't need help, and then that's great, because you still have the Valor points, and you can spend them wherever you would like. I'm just saying, be cautious with your Valor points. They will take a lot of time to acquire, just because of the nature of these things. You're going to have Sieges once a month, and raids once a month. So, just make sure you know where you're spending your Valor points. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you are ready for Sieges today. I know I am. I will be streaming later this evening, and you can catch me there. Links in the description below. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Bye.